Fairytale ending was just the beginning of a nightmare. The movie It Ends With Us, based on a viral book, was meant to be a powerful story of love, strength, and breaking cycles. But behind the scenes, did it hide a battleground of shocking accusations, Hollywood power struggles, and betrayals shaking the industry? Picture this: two major stars, Blake Lively, Hollywood's golden girl, close with Taylor Swift, married to Ryan Reynolds, and Justin Baldoni, Jane the Virgin star, and self-proclaimed feminist ally. They unite for a film millions crave. But instead of success, whispers escalate to lawsuits, claims of sexual harassment, orchestrated smear campaigns, leaked messages, and careers at stake. This saga is tangled with PR wars, alleged backstabbing, and questions about who holds the power. And so what really happened between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? Buckle up, this story is wilder than any script. The first crack surfaced when Blake Lively filed a stunning complaint, alleging a hostile work environment on It Ends With Us. Her targets, co-star and director Justin Baldoni and producer Jamie Heath. Lively's claims painted a disturbing picture: repeated sexual harassment and highly inappropriate behavior. Consider this: Lively alleged Baldoni discussed his past pornography addiction, and she claimed he entered her trailer uninvited, sometimes while she was undressed or feeding her 4-month-old. There were also accusations of unwanted touching and sexual remarks aimed at her and other female crew members. Then came the scenes. Lively accused Baldoni of improvising intimate moments without consent, as one claimed. During kissing scenes, he discreetly bit and sucked her lips. She alleged he pushed for endless takes far beyond necessity. In a dance scene, he reportedly leaned in, lips grazing her neck, whispering, "It smells so good." When she objected, his alleged reply was, "I'm not even attracted to you." The most shocking claim? The birth scene. Lively said Baldoni and Heath pressured her to film naked from the chest down for realism, citing Baldoni's wife tearing clothes in labor. Lively disagreed, but felt forced to compromise. The set was chaotic, she claimed. No closed set, monitors on, crew passing by while she lay exposed with just a small cloth. Adding to the chaos, Heath allegedly showed Lively and her assistant a graphic video of his wife giving birth. When Lively objected, Heath reportedly said his wife wasn't weird about this stuff, unlike Lively. Baldoni's side, they claim the video was a non-sexual personal birth recording. Tension soared, leading Lively to walk off set and file an HR complaint. To return, Lively's team demanded a protections for return to production agreement. An intimacy coordinator always present, no improvised intimate touch, no nude images, and no genitalia mentions by Baldoni or Heath. Lively's complaint states Wayfarer and Sony acknowledged her concerns in writing, deeming most requests reasonable and essential. Was this an admission of fault or a desperate move to save the multi-million-dollar film? It depends on who you ask. The accusations didn't end at harassment. Beneath the surface simmered intense power struggles and creative clash. Baldoni's camp claims trouble began before filming, especially over wardrobe. Lively allegedly sidelined the costume designer, a longtime collaborator, and took control of her character's look. Imagine receiving hundreds of images from Lively, pushing a style clashing with Baldoni's vision. She reportedly insisted Lily, a financially struggling character, could wear $5,000 shoes, forcing script changes. She refused fittings at the office, demanding home deliveries, adding unexpected costs. Baldoni's team says they gave her control to keep peace, a choice they later regretted. Why the regret? Paparazzi shots of Lively's outfits were slammed online as unflattering, sparking backlash and Sony's criticism. This led to a heated trailer meeting where Baldoni tried addressing the wardrobe. He admits tearing up, claiming it was due to Lively's compliment on his directing, which he later saw as a ploy to keep control. Wardrobe was just the start. Lively allegedly rewrote the script daily, disrupting the schedule and budget. Reports claim Ryan Reynolds rewrote key scenes like the rooftop meeting without the original screenwriter's knowledge until the premiere. This wasn't minor tweaks, it felt like a takeover of Baldoni's project. Tension spiked when Baldoni claims he faced a traumatic confrontation with Reynolds at their penthouse after asking about Lively's weight. Baldoni says it was practical, tied to his back issues, bulging discs, and lifting her in a scene. But it escalated, making him fear that if Lively were recast, considered after she threatened to quit, she'd leak a story accusing him of fat shaming, potentially ending his career. Whether a health concern or a misstep, it fueled the conflict. Baldoni's side felt forced to yield to Lively's demands to save the film. Just when it seemed chaotic enough, the fight burst into public view with explosive claims of retaliation and a covert PR war. Lively's complaint accused Baldoni's team of a calculated, funded smear campaign to destroy her reputation and silence her harassment allegations. Envision this, a sophisticated scheme with crisis PR experts, possibly fake online accounts, a digital army, planting negative stories to sway opinion. This tactic, called astroturfing, makes fake outrage look real. Lively's complaint names Melissa Nathan, a crisis manager tied to Johnny Depp and Drake. Baldoni says he hired Nathan to shield himself from Lively's threats. Lively's side, they claim Nathan was hired to bury her. And then came the evidence, or alleged evidence. Leaked texts in Lively's complaint seem to show Baldoni's publicist Jennifer Abel and Nathan plotting. One text has Abel saying Baldoni wants to feel like she, Lively, can be buried. Nathan's reply, "You know we can bury anyone, but I can't write that to him." Another text discusses a Daily Mail article, "Is Blake Lively set to be cancelled?" with Nathan praising Abel's work, and Abel replying, "That's why you hired me, right? I'm the best." Texts also suggest Nathan coordinated with a Daily Mail editor, and Abel pushed a social combat plan. Baldoni's team counters that these texts are cherry-picked and misrepresented, denying a deliberate campaign. They argue Lively's negative press was self-inflicted. Her interviews downplayed domestic violence themes. Her "wear your florals" comment irked fans. Was Lively insensitive or misled by Sony's flawed marketing plan, as her complaint claimed? Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, hit back, saying if Lively wants to know who smeared her, just a mirror will do. They also accused Lively's PR rep, Leslie Sloan, of planting stories against Baldoni. It's a dizzying battle of accusations and deflections. Who was truly shaping the narrative? As tensions hit a boiling point, the conflict stormed into the legal arena, revealing more shocking details. But Baldoni didn't stay quiet. In a stunning move, he didn't directly countersue Lively. Instead, he and 9 others, including producers and publicists, filed a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times, accusing it of libel and false light for publishing Lively's allegation. Baldoni's suit claims the Times article fueled Lively's smear campaign, building a false narrative with misrepresented, altered text. He argues the paper knew Lively's claims were false or ignored fact-checking. A direct suit against Lively looms, with Baldoni's lawyers clear they plan to target her personally, though details remain undisclosed. It wasn't just the stars. Ryan Reynolds' alleged role adds depth. Reports say he joined key meetings and in one traumatic incident confronted Baldoni and Heath on set. A producer called it unprecedented in their 40-year career. Was Reynolds protecting his wife or abusing star power to intimidate? Sony, the distributor, seems caught in the chaos. Lively's complaint says Sony reps claim they couldn't control Baldoni or Heath, directing her to Wayfair. Yet Sony helped negotiate the protections agreement and allegedly gave the controversial marketing plan downplaying domestic violence. The role feels unclear, exposing studio producer tensions. The fallout has damaged both sides. Baldoni was dropped by WME Lively's agency and lost a Women's Solidarity Award. His feminist image took a hit. Lively faced months of online hate, called an organic pylon in her complaint. She backed out of hosting Saturday Night Live and
Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
saw her brand's sales drop. Both the stars and Reynolds skipped major events like the Golden Globes, signaling a step back. This case spotlights industry flaws, questions about intimacy coordinators, nudity protocols, HR handling when the boss is accused, and shady PR tactics. It's a reminder that Hollywood's glamour hides a battlefield. Amid this whirlwind of claims, mysteries linger. A big puzzle, how those explosive texts between Abel and Nathan surfaced. How did Lively's team or Jonesworks obtain these private messages? It turns out Blake Lively's team subpoenaed Justin Baldoni's phone records back to 2022, but a federal judge shut it down as overly intrusive, clashing with her claim the smear campaign started in August 2024. Plus, Baldoni's camp alleges a sham lawsuit by a Lively-owned company nabbed the text via a shady subpoena to his ex-publicist Stephanie Jones. So where does this Hollywood bombshell leave us? It ends with us morphed from a hit film to a real-life drama with staggering careers at risk, hundreds of millions in damages, and legal battles that could change Hollywood's conflict and PR game. The fight rages on. It sees Baldoni's team stands firm on their New York Times complaint, refusing to amend it, showing confidence. A countersuit against Lively loom. The Jones-Abel lawsuit adds more chaos. This wasn't just a spat between co-stars. It's a case study of fame's dark side, PR machines, image pressure, set power struggles, and the fallout when things go wrong. It shows how fast narratives can be weaponized and how hard truth is to find. Though the film was called It Ends With Us, this drama seems set to spark a new chapter of revelation. What do you think happened behind the scene? Whose story do you believe? Share your theories in the comments. Let's talk. If this deep dive grabbed you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch updates on this story and more Hollywood dramas. Thanks for watching.